Did you hear the heartbreaking news? A 72-year-old man quietly passed away in his sleep just last night. His family is devastated. He seemed perfectly fine the day before. No major health issues, no warning signs. Just a typical evening filled with everyday routines. He laughed with his grandkids, enjoyed dinner, watched a bit of TV, and went to bed like any other night. But tragically, he never woke up. What went wrong? Could it have been prevented? Here's the truth that many people don't talk about. After the age of 65, your body becomes more vulnerable to silent, often overlooked risks, especially at night. Bedtime habits that once seemed harmless can now increase the likelihood of life-threatening conditions like strokes, heart attacks, and even sudden cardiac death during sleep. And the scariest part? Most seniors, and even their families, don't realize the danger until it's too late. That's why this video is so important. We're going to uncover 4 common nighttime habits that people over 65 should absolutely avoid. They may seem minor. They may even be part of your nightly routine. But these habits could be slowly sabotaging your health night after night. Some will surprise you. Others might be things you've done for decades without giving them a second thought. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. One of the most commonly underestimated but potentially life-threatening habits among individuals over the age of 65 is eating heavy meals too late in the evening. It may seem like a harmless ritual. Perhaps you've spent decades enjoying a hearty dinner at 8 or 9 p.m., often followed by some TV or reading before heading to bed. It's comforting, it's familiar, and it feels like second nature. But what many people don't realize is that the body after 65 functions very differently from how it did in your 30s or 40s. As we age, the metabolism naturally slows down. The efficiency of our digestive system decreases. The muscles that help push food through our digestive tract weaken. Enzymes are produced at lower levels, and even the liver and pancreas operate more sluggishly. So when you eat a large, heavy, or fatty meal right before bed, your body is thrown into overdrive when it should be powering down for restorative rest. Instead of relaxing and preparing for deep sleep, your stomach starts producing more acid. Your intestines begin to contract to process the food, and your heart rate stays elevated. This internal activity may not feel dramatic at first, but it's significant. It disrupts your body's ability to shift into the deeper stages of sleep, keeping you in lighter, more fragmented sleep cycles. You might not even notice how poorly you've slept, but over time, this repeated interference in your rest can raise your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. More immediately, the excess acid can push up into your esophagus, especially when lying flat, leading to acid reflux, or GERD. Many seniors experience this as nighttime coughing, a sore throat, or even sudden choking that wakes them from sleep in panic. Over time, untreated GERD can cause inflammation, erosion of the esophagus, and even aspiration pneumonia, a serious and potentially fatal lung infection that occurs when stomach contents accidentally enter the lungs during sleep. And that's not the only risk. Eating too late at night can also wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. For older adults, especially those with diabetes, insulin resistance, or prediabetes, which is common over age 65, late-night meals can cause unpredictable glucose spikes. Since you're not active at night to burn off those calories, your body stores the excess sugar as fat, raising the risk of obesity and metabolic syndrome, both of which are major contributors to cardiovascular disease. In fact, multiple studies have shown that seniors who regularly consume their largest meals in the evening are more likely to experience sudden cardiac events during sleep, particularly if they also suffer from conditions like hypertension, sleep apnea, or arrhythmia. Now imagine this scenario. Someone enjoys a rich lasagna dinner at 9 p.m., followed by dessert and a cup of coffee. They feel full, perhaps even sleepy, and they head to bed by 10. What seems like a peaceful night quickly turns uncomfortable. They lie down and stomach acid begins to rise. They wake up an hour later coughing with a burning sensation in the chest and throat. Their heart is racing, not because of a nightmare, but because their body is struggling to digest food instead of repairing itself. These small nightly disruptions, when repeated over weeks and months, silently wear down the cardiovascular system and elevate the risk of serious, even fatal nighttime complications. So, what can you do instead? The solution is both simple and powerful. Start by adjusting your meal time. Aim to finish your last substantial meal at least 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. If your bedtime is 10 p.m., try to have dinner no later than 6 or 6:30. This gives your body the proper time to begin and complete the bulk of digestion before you lie down. If you find yourself getting hungry in the later hours, opt for a light, nutrient-dense snack, something like a small banana, a few almonds, a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter, or a warm cup of chamomile or ginger tea. Avoid heavy meats, fried foods, dairy-heavy desserts, caffeine, alcohol, and anything overly spicy, as these are the most likely to trigger acid reflux and sleep disturbances. Also, consider the way you position yourself after eating. Try to remain upright for at least an hour after your last meal. Take a gentle walk, sit and read, or enjoy a conversation. Avoid lying flat immediately after eating, as this increases the chances of acid backing up into your esophagus. If you do find yourself needing to rest shortly after eating, recline at an angle or prop yourself up with pillows to prevent reflux. These may seem like small adjustments, but they can have a massive impact on your overall well-being. After 65, the body is more vulnerable to stress during sleep than ever before. Giving your system the time and conditions it needs to digest properly is not just about avoiding heartburn. It's about protecting your heart, your brain, and your life. Better digestion means deeper sleep. And better sleep means a stronger immune system, improved memory, balanced blood pressure, and reduced risk of sudden nighttime emergencies. By simply shifting your mealtime and being mindful of what you eat in the evening, you give yourself the gift of safer, more restful nights and healthier, more energetic mornings. Don't wait until a health scare forces the change. Start today and your future self will thank you. The second surprisingly risky habit for people over the age of 65 is drinking too much liquid before bed. While staying hydrated is essential at any age, helping with everything from joint lubrication to body temperature regulation, over-consuming fluids in the hours leading up to bedtime can quietly sabotage your health and safety in ways that most people don't even realize. If you've noticed yourself waking up once, twice, or even more throughout the night to use the bathroom, it's a clear sign that your body may not be handling nighttime hydration the way it used to. The truth is, after 65, your urinary system undergoes several changes. The bladder loses elasticity and can't hold as much fluid. The muscles that control urination become weaker. At the same time, your kidneys don't slow down at night like they did when you were younger, so they continue to filter fluids and produce urine even when you're asleep. That means even modest amounts of water, tea, soup, or even high water content fruits in the evening can lead to nocturia, the medical term for frequent nighttime urination. But the consequences of this habit go far beyond just inconvenience. Every time you wake up to pee, your body is being pulled out of its natural sleep cycle, particularly from the deeper, most restorative phases of sleep. These deep phases are crucial for brain health, immune function, and cardiovascular repair. Over time, consistent disruptions to your sleep can result in higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, and even cognitive decline. In fact, multiple studies have shown a direct link between chronic nocturia and a heightened risk of developing dementia, particularly in older adults. The more fragmented your sleep, the less melatonin your brain produces. Melatonin being the hormone responsible not just for sleep quality, but also for regulating other hormones, immune function, and brain detoxification. And then there's the risk that no one likes to talk about, but which becomes more real every year after 65, falls. When you wake in the middle of the night with a full bladder, your body has to make a quick transition from deep sleep to movement. But during this transition, especially when standing up quickly from bed, your blood pressure can drop suddenly, a condition known as postural hypotension. This sudden drop in blood pressure can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, or even blacking out. Combine that with low lighting, tired muscles, and slower reaction time, and you have a dangerous recipe for nighttime falls. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury and even death among older adults. A single misstep during a midnight bathroom trip could lead to a hip fracture, head injury, or hospitalization. To make matters more complicated, not all fluids are obvious. Many people don't realize how much liquid they're actually consuming in the evening. For example, soups and broths, juicy fruits like watermelon or oranges, evening medications taken with a full glass of water, or even alcohol and caffeine-containing drinks like decaf coffee or herbal teas can all add up. And while caffeine is a known diuretic, meaning it makes you urinate more. So is alcohol, which also disrupts sleep and impairs balance. Even so-called bedtime teas, marketed for relaxation, can lead to increased urination, especially if consumed in large amounts. So, what's the better approach if you're over 65? Begin by shifting your hydration schedule. Try to consume the majority of your daily fluids earlier in the day, ideally between breakfast and late afternoon. As the evening approaches, begin to taper off. By dinner time, you should be drinking less. And ideally, after 7 p.m., you'll only be sipping water if you truly feel thirsty. If you take medications at night that require fluids, keep it to the smallest amount needed. Avoid beverages that are high in caffeine or alcohol after mid-afternoon, and pay attention to foods with hidden fluids. You might also consider using a nightlight in the hallway or bathroom to reduce fall risks if you do have to get up. And make it a habit to rise slowly. Sit on the edge of the bed for a few moments before standing to allow your blood pressure to stabilize. These adjustments might seem small, but they can yield powerful results. Better sleep, fewer nighttime interruptions, reduced risk of falls, improved mood, sharper thinking, and stronger heart health all start with managing something as simple as your evening fluid intake. It's one of those habits that's easy to overlook, but makes a world of difference once corrected. Your sleep quality can drastically improve, and with it, your energy levels, focus, and overall well-being. So tonight, take note of what you're drinking and when, and give your body the peaceful, uninterrupted rest it deserves. The third hidden habit that can quietly undermine your health after the age of 65 is sleeping in a bedroom that's too warm. While a cozy, heated room might feel comforting, especially on chilly nights, keeping your sleeping environment too warm can actually put unnecessary stress on your body and contribute to a range of health issues that become more dangerous as we age. Many older adults instinctively turn up the thermostat or pile on thick blankets, believing that warmth will help them fall asleep faster. But after 65, the body's ability to regulate internal temperature becomes less efficient. This means that your body has a harder time releasing excess heat, which can lead to overheating during the night. When your core temperature rises, your cardiovascular system has to work overtime to cool things down. Your heart rate may increase slightly, your blood vessels expand, and you may even begin to sweat, all while you're asleep. These internal efforts not only interrupt your natural sleep cycles, leading to lighter, more fragmented sleep, but they also place added strain on your heart, especially if you already have existing heart issues or high blood pressure. Overheating during the night can also lead to silent dehydration. Even if you don't feel thirsty or wake up drenched in sweat, your body still loses moisture through perspiration and respiration in a warm environment. This nighttime dehydration thickens the blood and reduces circulation efficiency, factors that increase your risk of blood clots, strokes, and heart attacks, particularly in the early morning hours when these events are statistically more likely to occur. One illustrative example is Frank, a 68-year-old who had unknowingly created an unhealthy sleep environment. He kept his bedroom at a constant 75 degrees Fahrenheit, layered himself in thick pajamas, and slept under heavy blankets every night. He frequently woke up feeling hot, sweaty, groggy, and tired, even after a full 8 hours of sleep. After adjusting his room temperature and switching to lighter bedding, Frank noticed a dramatic improvement in how rested and alert he felt in the mornings. His nighttime restlessness decreased, and he was able to fall into deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. Science backs this up. Numerous sleep studies have found that cooler room temperatures promote better sleep quality, especially in older adults. This is because, as part of your natural circadian rhythm, your body is programmed to slightly lower its core temperature in order to fall asleep and stay asleep. A warm room interferes with this process, making it harder to transition into the crucial deep and REM stages of sleep, those phases responsible for physical repair, memory consolidation, and mental clarity. In contrast, sleeping in a slightly cooler environment helps trigger that drop in core temperature, supporting a more consistent, uninterrupted, and revitalizing sleep cycle. Over time, better sleep not only boosts energy levels, mood, and brain function, it also supports immune health and lowers your risk of chronic illness. If you're over 65 and want to make this powerful change, try adjusting your bedroom temperature to fall somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Experiment with what feels best for your body, keeping in mind that too cold can also disrupt sleep. Choose lightweight, breathable bedding made from natural materials like cotton or bamboo, and wear light, moisture-wicking sleepwear that helps regulate your temperature without overheating. You can also open a window for natural ventilation or use a small fan to circulate air. These simple tweaks can make a massive difference in your overall well-being, helping you sleep more soundly, reduce cardiovascular strain, and wake up feeling refreshed, clear-headed, and energized. A cool, comfortable room may seem like a small detail, but for those over 65, it's a game-changing habit for protecting long-term health. The fourth nighttime habit that can silently harm your health after the age of 65 is sleeping in the wrong position. While it may not seem like a big deal, the position you sleep in each night has a significant impact on your breathing, circulation, and overall cardiovascular health, especially as you get older. Many seniors simply choose whatever feels comfortable without realizing that certain positions can restrict airflow, reduce oxygen intake, and even increase pressure on vital organs like the heart and lungs. These subtle changes can raise the risk of serious conditions such as heart failure, stroke, and chronic sleep disorders. One of the most problematic positions for people over 65 is lying flat on the back. Though it may feel natural or supportive to some, this position often leads to a collapse of the soft tissues in the throat due to gravity, especially during deeper stages of sleep. This partial blockage can result in snoring or, more dangerously, obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly starts and stops throughout the night. Many individuals with sleep apnea don't even know they have it, but its consequences are far from harmless. Interrupted breathing lowers oxygen levels in the blood, causing the heart to work harder and increasing the likelihood of developing high blood pressure, arrhythmias, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Consider Robert, a 68-year-old retiree who always preferred sleeping on his back. For years, his wife noticed he would sometimes stop breathing for several seconds while sleeping, but he brushed it off. Eventually, Robert began waking up exhausted despite sleeping for 8 hours. He complained of frequent morning headaches, brain fog, and poor concentration during the day. After undergoing a sleep study, he was diagnosed with moderate sleep apnea, largely caused by his sleep position. His story is far from unique. Back sleeping is particularly dangerous for older adults who already have reduced muscle tone in their airways, making them more vulnerable to breathing interruptions. Another sleep position to be cautious about is lying on your right side, which some studies suggest can put additional pressure on the heart. In individuals with existing heart conditions or a history of fluid retention, this pressure may worsen symptoms of congestive heart failure or lead to increased discomfort during the night. While it might not be harmful for everyone, it's a position worth reconsidering, especially if you wake up feeling short of breath or notice swelling in the ankles or legs. So, what's the safest and healthiest sleep position for those over 65? Experts generally recommend sleeping on the left side. This position offers a variety of health benefits. First, it supports better blood flow by taking pressure off the heart and allowing it to pump more freely. Second, it aids digestion by allowing gravity to help your stomach contents move in the right direction, reducing the risk of acid reflux or GERD. Third, left side sleeping improves lymphatic drainage, which helps the body remove waste and reduce inflammation. To make this adjustment easier and more comfortable, consider using a full-length body pillow to help you stay in place through the night. Slightly elevating your head with a supportive pillow can further reduce the risk of airway collapse. Placing a small pillow between your knees can also keep your spine aligned, reduce pressure on your hips and joints, and promote more restful, pain-free sleep. Switching your sleep position might feel unfamiliar at first, but over time it becomes second nature, and the health benefits are well worth it. This small but powerful change can reduce nighttime breathing disruptions, protect your heart, and lead to more restorative, uninterrupted sleep. If you're over 65 and haven't given your sleep posture much thought, now is the perfect time to take a closer look. Your body will thank you with clearer mornings, steadier energy, and a stronger heart. If you're still here and learning something new, leave a comment below that says number 4 so I know you're still with me. And make sure to subscribe for more tips on healthy aging. We've just covered 4 seemingly harmless bedtime habits that could have a significant impact on your health after the age of 65. These are habits that many people don't think twice about, but as we age, the toll they take on our bodies can become much more serious. To recap, here are the 4 habits to be mindful of. 1. Eating too late at night. While it may seem harmless to enjoy a late-night snack, doing so can disrupt your sleep, lead to acid reflux, and even increase your risk of heart disease and strokes. 2. Drinking too many fluids before bed. While staying hydrated is important, excessive fluid intake late in the day can cause frequent bathroom trips, disrupted sleep, and increase your risk of falls and heart issues. 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. A warm room might feel cozy, but it can lead to dehydration, poor sleep quality, and unnecessary strain on your heart. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. A poor sleep posture, especially sleeping on your back, can obstruct airflow, increase pressure on your heart, and lead to conditions like sleep apnea, which may go undiagnosed. The good news is these risks are not permanent, and with a few simple changes, you can dramatically improve your sleep quality, protect your heart, and wake up feeling stronger and healthier. The most important thing is awareness, recognizing the habits that might be quietly sabotaging your health. Take a moment to reflect on your routine. Do you find yourself waking up frequently at night? Do you feel restless or overheated while trying to sleep? Are you unknowingly sleeping in a position that could affect your health, like on your back? Becoming aware of these habits is the first step toward improving your well-being. Don't feel like you need to overhaul everything at once. Try adjusting just one habit tonight and observe how it makes a difference. It could be as simple as moving your last meal earlier, drinking fewer fluids in the evening, adjusting the temperature in your bedroom, or finding a new sleep position that works for you. Small changes can make a huge impact on your sleep quality and overall health. Thank you for watching this video. We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned today that you plan to apply to your bedtime routine? Feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who could benefit from this information. Your support helps us continue to create valuable content that educates and inspires people to live healthier, more fulfilling lives. Until next time, take care, sleep well, and we'll see you in the next video.